Hi, everyone. Welcome to our English webinar. Can you hear me okay? You can tell me on the chat. Okay, while we're waiting for the others, I'm going to share my screen and so we can watch a video just to begin. Welcome, everyone. I'm Clara Distia from Bali Invest. I'm so excited to be with you today. And actually, this is my very first webinar. And I'm very sorry if there's a little bit of delay today. But anyway, we're here. So please let me know where you are in the world and what motivates you to join this webinar right now. Okay, so I really hope more people has joined now. And we're here actually to explore how global trends, digital innovations, and everything that makes Bali so special are opening up new opportunities in real estate. So the big question is, which opportunity will you take? Yeah, this world is shifting. People want real estate that deliver not just returns, I believe, but experience, sustainable, income generating, and deeply connected to tourism, of course. And we believe Bali sits right at the heart of this evolution. Right. Speaking of evolution, the global property market is evolving. We are seeing the global property market move toward experiential, tech-driven, and purpose-aligned investment. So investors are no longer just buying space, they're buying value, lifestyle, and vision. So by the end of this webinar, you will understand first why international investors are flocking to Bali and see it as one of world's most promising real estate markets. And then second, how tokenized real estate works. And last but not least, how Bali Invest can give you access to exclusive and future-ready investment opportunities. Okay, before we dive into Bali and focus on Bali, first, I'd like to go over some of many Indonesia's growth momentum for past years and with future forecasts. With projected GDP growth of 5.1% in 2021, Indonesia ranks among the fastest growing economies globally as the second highest growth rate worldwide. This is amazing because as you can see here, 2024, it's at 5.1, and this year predicted 5.2. And then the next year, you can see the prediction here. It's pretty steady. And this growth sets a strong foundation for long-term investment opportunities. GDP rate is a good indicator when you can see the economics of any countries, whether it's healthy or not, right? Okay, the next thing we will discover here, first, government initiative. Indonesia government is actively promoting foreign investment and the digital economy, making it easier for international investors to participate and benefit. Second, investment-friendly policies. From simplified regulation tax, as well as tax incentives, Indonesia is rolling out the red carpet for global investors, sort of. If you have ever thought about investing in Southeast Asia's country, will be your window, Indonesia. And the third, I would like to tap into the new capital city project, Nusantara. The future is being built in Kalimantan, Indonesia's new capital city. And it's a symbol of progress, innovations, and eco-smart living. This investment fuels nationwide growth and connectivity. And the fourth one that I would like to bring up here will be the major infrastructure projects. Of course, this is very important, from toll roads to airports and port infrastructure projects, especially in Bali, are reshaping access across the islands and making the region like Bali even more reachable and attractive for wider tourism and investment. BRICS. Indonesia recently joined BRICS as of January 2025. Indonesia is a full BRICS member. This creates stronger global partnerships for sure, easier financing through the new development bank, and more investor confidence across sectors, especially real estate and property technology. So what BRICS mean to investors? So it can mean for them access to better funding, like I mentioned before, advanced technology, and a stronger global network. BRICS enhances Indonesia's positioning as a digital and physical real estate powerhouse. And BRICS and the digital investment shift itself, this shift accelerates digital real estate, blockchain transactions, and property technology innovation. It's more secure, more transparent, far more exciting for investors, and for a modern, smart solution. Please feel free to drop your questions. Actually, I forgot to mention, we will have a Q&A session at the very end of this presentation. I was just a bit worried about the timing, and I just jumped straight in. And so, yeah, now let's talk about Nusantara just a little bit. Nusantara is not just a new city. It is a model for sustainable urban development with approximately 75% green zones, and the goal to make it carbon neutral as well, and advanced smart city infrastructure. So also, I'm curious here, have you ever considered the impact of a capital city relocations on property value? Have you any thought on this? Not only in Indonesia, but overall. Feel free to pop your answers in the chat, and we can go through this after my presentation. All right. So we talk about infrastructure, we talk about country development. And it's very important for investor, especially foreign investor like yourself. Perhaps if you're not based in Indonesia and you're not Indonesian, you need to see the tourism sector in Indonesia. So, and especially in Bali, right? So tourism remains one of Indonesia's strongest economic pillars with 14.6 to 16 million investors expected in 2021. So this creates a huge demand for quality hospitality and real estate infrastructures. And another interesting point is that tourism is expected to contribute 4.6% to the GDP of Indonesia, further reinforcing how essential this sector is to Indonesia's growth and why real estate tied to tourism is lucrative, it's profitable. Indonesia, looking back, the projection, looking back last year, 2024, Indonesia recorded 1.224 million arrivals. So 1.2 million, let's say, just round it up. Arrivals in December 2024 last year. It is only in December itself. And with Bali targeting over 6.5 million international tourists by year end. And this opportunity is real and it's growing fast. So yeah, this is a very great sign from the tourism sector itself, and how the country also have their focus to develop the tourism sector. I'm sure it's not only in Bali, but all across Indonesia, but we will soon tap into Bali. Okay, let's zoom out for a moment and let's talk about a bigger picture. And according to global finance and industry leaders, Indonesia is now considered as a country of superlative. So Indonesia, that's a very bold statement, but when you look closer, it really makes sense, because it is the largest country in Southeast Asia, the only country in the region that is part of G20. And it is projected to become third largest contributor to global middle class right after India and China. So from an investment point of view, it's becoming harder and harder to ignore Indonesia. Now, what really excites me is the digital upside here. Again, this is from same article from Global Finance. Indonesia is evolving rapidly thanks to a young people, mobile-first population, and a strong push toward digitalization. In fact, Google and Bain and company named Indonesia the fastest growing large internet market in Southeast Asia. So whether you're looking at real estate, technology, or digital assets, Indonesia is positioning itself as a future forward investment destination. Okay, finally, let's talk about why Bali is such a magnet for investor right now and why opportunities is not just in the south of Bali anymore. So, yeah, let's address this, why investors are flocking to the island. One of the biggest drivers is, of course, for the past year, government, it's about government-backed infrastructure. And this project right here, the new international airport in north of Bali, is a total game changer. First, it's a gateway that opens up North Bali to global markets, especially high-end travelers. That means more tourism, more demand, and of course, more value for real estate investors. And here you can see the plan here, not only airports that they're planning to build, but also Aero City. So it's like independent city where like many facility will be built on it. And continue my point. Second, it support balanced growth. South Bali is already highly saturated. This airport encourages movement towards areas that are still pristine and full of potential, like Lovina in the north of Bali. And lastly, it's about enhanced connectivity. Better access means shorter travel time, more visibility, and a real chance to spread tourism benefits across the island, not just keep the clustered, I would say, yeah, clustered in one region. It's a rare moment when a place like Bali is still growing, and infrastructure like this makes now an ideal time to get in to invest early. Here is another major development shaping Bali's future. It will be Bali's first world-class marina. This is not just about boat dock, but it is a luxury tourism hub designed to meet international standards, catering to fast-growing demand for yacht travel and high-end maritime experiences. And honestly, I'd say Indonesia should have had this kind of marina a long time ago. After all, we're talking about a country made up of over 17,500 islands, and imagine Bali is just one of them. So it makes perfect sense to see a world-class marina finally coming to life here. Strategically, located. It's very important strategically. The location should be in the right location, right? And this marina will help attract more global travelers, support luxury tourism, and boost a surrounding real estate market. And this marina is not so far from the current our airport as well, actually. And plus, with the economic impact from job creation to increase property values, it adds yet another layer of opportunity for us as investors. Okay, now let's talk about access. New toll road improving access to North Bali, the Jagat Kerti Bali toll road planned for this year. I read the article. It's set for tender in this year. And this is part of government's long-term visions to reduce overcrowding in South Bali while promoting sustainable tourism across North, West, and East. And as connectivity improves, so does land value, accessibility, and overall investment appeal. So this is something that you have to keep in mind as well when you want to invest, not to think about what's the trend and what's going on right now, but you need to think ahead, like in the next 10 years, let's say 5 years. So need to be mindful when it comes to this. And yeah, another exciting project is the Bali Railway Network. It is all about reducing traffic, enhancing public transport, and supporting the island's sustainable growth goals. For us, as an investor, this means easier access, right, to remote areas and greener travel options, especially for short time visitor. And so in here you can see this is the south of Bali. This is the airport, and the railway will goes all around the island. And here is Lovina, where our ongoing project is here. And Kubu Tambahan is actually where the new airport is being built. That's based on the government plan. So actually, it's not so far from Lovina, our project. This image really says it all. Bali is getting ready for future. What you're seeing here is a complete transformation of how people will move across the island. We've got a proposed North of Bali airport here, and two major toll road, inter-regional railway as well. And so, yeah, for investors, this means one thing: connectivity equals opportunity. The more accessible these areas become, the more valuable the surrounding land. I think I have mentioned this 3 times now, but yeah, I really want to reiterate this, and especially for early movers. So this brings us to who we are. Bali Invest is your gateway to smart real estate investment across the island. We specialize in securing exclusive projects powered by technology and local insights for sure. Our mission is simple: to provide safe, profitable, and excited real estate opportunities and Bali, accessible to global investors audience. So you don't have to worry whether you're in any part of this globe. And from tokenized project to individual project, we tailor solution to different goals as well. So let's get to know us a little bit better. Behind every great project, I believe there's a solid team. And I'd like to introduce you to some of the people, core people behind Bali Invest. So first, of course, I think most of you already know our CEO, Kevin Beutler. He is an expert in alternative investments, has been leading Bali-focused strategies since 2020. His deep understanding of the market is one of the reasons Bali Invest was born as well. Then there's Manu Antwala, our co-founder and director of strategic partnerships. He is the connector, always building powerful relationships that expand our network and unlock new opportunities. And we also have Jonas Freiwald, also our co-founder, who brings sharp strategic insights that help drive our company's growth and connect our investors with the right opportunities. And yeah, here I am. I'm Clara. I'm the general manager here. I oversee daily operations and make sure everything we do aligns with our long-term visions and, more importantly, what we value stands for. We are not just a team, we're a group of people who genuinely believe in what Bali can become. And honestly, we would like to build that future with you. I would also like to introduce you to our architecture and construction team lead. Overview of their profile. From architects to MEP specialists and civil engineers, our technical team ensures that our current ongoing project is built to the highest standards. So we have Mr. Bagus. He is our lead architect. His portfolio includes national icons like GWK Cultural Park, and actually he even planning the new capital city. So he brings mastery and vision to every design that we create. With the Nusantara project, I believe that he was involved in developing the presidential housing. So it's very amazing that we also have this opportunity to work together. Some of his works, yeah, from luxury villas, hotels, public spaces. And we have our MEP specialist, Mr. Ketut, specializing in energy systems, electrical networks, water solutions. Our MEP team ensures every building runs smoothly behind the scenes. And his experience with team spans complex development across the country in Indonesia. And it's very important, MEP, and especially if we want to keep our projects sustainable and eco-friendly. This is where the MEP also play an important role also. From civil structures to foundational design, our engineering team brings expertise in building safe, efficient, and resilient structures. They have contributed to hospital, hotels, many projects, properties across Indonesia as well. So we have Mr. Kompiang here, and his team brings more than 20 years experience in designing luxury resorts like Le Méridien, Fairmont, Ritz-Carlton. His teamwork is rooted in harmony with nature, with culture, with human experience. I will run through some of their portfolio. For example, Bulgari Residence, one of their work or project as well. Hilton Hotel in Bandung. Canvas Village Resort as well. Okay, now getting more excited now towards the end of not the end yet, but towards more than half of our webinar. Okay, now let me show you a success story from our completed project on Nusa Ceningan Island. It's Segara Seaside Resort with around 140 investors worldwide. Imagine worldwide. And it shows what's possible when smart capital meets the right opportunity through tokenized shares and blockchain technology. So we have completed the project. So we have a proof that we already built the system and the technology works out. And just to give you an idea of how our guests feel about the experience, Segara has received a 9.7 out of 10 on booking.com. And just to tell you a little bit more story, we just effectively opened since late September. So now September, October, November, December, January, February, like less than 6 months. We have scored the Traveler Review Award 2025, and we couldn't be more grateful. And it is actually a reflection of the care we put into the guest experience, of course, from design and service to overall atmosphere. And for us and for our investors, it is another reminder that when a project is done with heart and strategy, it is really resonate with people. So last month we held our first monthly event at Segara Seaside Resort, the Business Mastermind and Network event. And let's hear a feedback from our participant.
Yeah, I'm based most of the time in Bali because I have here the best possibilities, especially in the field of tokenization.
And now I'm investing myself. I was also interested to hear someone else's perspective about investing in Bali.
It was a really big trust. All what you're doing, it's very transparent. We can see every step.
Oh, I saw it on YouTube from Kevin, and then I searched it, the website from Bali Invest. Then I say, oh, it's a good point to dissipate my investments.
I like the idea of sharing what kind of investment strategies are there. I'm familiar with a lot of strategies.
Everything here is already regulated. Everything here is compliant also with the law. And this is a fantastic environment because tokenization will escape the landscape of investments like no other technology before. Blockchain industry and the blockchain technology definitely will change completely the way we are living because we have this opportunity that we can decentralize wealth, decentralized opportunities. This means we have not this big administration.
I make the decision to write the Bali Invest, and so I come in contact with Jonas. It was not too hard to understand what is with NFTs and the real estate to combine it.
It was discussed today. I think that network is your net worth and it really brings you money.
When you see tokenized real estate, you need thousands or billions of rupiah to join a project, to become a shareholder. Now you can take this project and cut it into pieces via a smart contract on the blockchain.
So that was a very valuable information for me. Kevin was explaining about the type of investment, that there's like different kinds of like investment behavior, that there's like low risk, high risk.
Tokenization, the blockchain technology and artificial intelligence in combination will shape the future of investment, not only for Indonesia, not only for Bali, for the worldwide investment industry.
Okay. What do you think, everyone? And yeah, with that being said, please make sure to check our social platforms, our Instagrams, because we have exciting events coming up, and just to stay up to date with what we offer there. And also, we're the only pet-friendly resort on the island. So if you have furry baby, then you can also bring them to join the experience staying with us. And yeah, actually, we have upcoming events soon. Similar event that we had the first time on the 5th of April. So if you have time and would like to join us, the ticket is on sale, and you can go to our Instagram and you will have the link here, and this is where you can purchase the ticket, and hope to see you there then. Okay, the next topic is the future of real estate investment. Real estate investment, it's becoming more liquid, more transparent, more accessible through tokenization. It is no longer just about owning buildings, it's also owning value and anywhere in the world. And you can invest from anywhere in the world as well. Even giants like BlackRock, if you know this company, the world's largest asset management company, is launching their tokenized funds on public blockchain, managing over $500 million. This shows the trust. This shows the trust of major players now have in tokenized assets. And Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, recently stated the tokenization of financial assets will be the next step in the future development. He pointed that out. In the future, every stock and bond will have unique identifier. And obviously, the blockchain technology can support this. Yeah, BCG also project that in 2030, asset tokenization reach $16 trillion. And that's not a trend, it is a transformation how we buy, we sell, and we hold real world value. And the value is not so high in 2022. But of course, it's like if you remember the first time we were introduced to internet, well, I'm not sure actually because when I was born, I think internet is there already, but like yeah, first adapter and the value is always low and steadily grow. And now we're in 2021, the value is 3.1 trillion. But imagine like 3 years back, it's a lot less than that. So we really need to think forward as an investor, right? So yeah, speaking of the internet, that what I mentioned before, here's like a quick tech snapshot just to give you an understanding. So we are at the moment at Web 2 and Web 3. But before Web 2 and Web 3, we had Web 1, right? So basically, Web 1 was the static internet that only allow the user to read the content. So no interactions. So Web 2 brought interactions and yeah, such media like social media or any other platforms that allow the user to interact. So leveling it up, now Web3 powered by blockchain gives you ownership and authority. And so I hope this will give you some kind of understanding and yeah, like a flashback what happened in the past, in the history, and then like now, how we should take action, how we behave, and we need to adapt to the new change and become the early adapter. I think that would be mostly beneficial for us. So blockchain makes real estate investment faster, safer, and more transparent. And that's how blockchain is revolutionizing real estate investment. With smart contracts, I will expand a little bit further after this. You don't need middlemen. You gain security, trust, and freedom. And so tokenization turns property into digital shares that you can buy and sell. And this allows you as a small investor, if you were a small investor or any small investor, to enter premium project with lower capital while gaining passive income and resale value. Because with tokenization, it allows fractional ownership. Imagine like if you go to a cake store and you would like to have a slice of cheesecake, but they only sell just like one big board of cheesecake, and then blockchain allow you to have a single piece of the cheesecake. I really hope that's helpful, but yeah, I think that's how I would understand this in easy way. Yeah, so think of it like blockchain is a secure database, tokens represent your ownership, smart contracts are automated tamper-proof agreements, and together they create a smarter, simpler investment strategy. So that's basically how they work together. Because smart contract automate token transactions for the safety, reducing fraud or any increasing and just to increasing efficiency. So tokenizations brings decentralizations, transparency and efficiency. So no unnecessary fees, no hidden steps, just real and verifiable ownership and flexible returns. This is basically a comparison between traditional real estate and tokenized real estate. Of course, the ownership structure when it comes to traditional real estate can be direct purchase or via REIT, so real estate investment trust, requires a substantial capital as well. And for the tokenized real estate, it's the opposite, like it allows you to have fractional ownership through digital tokens, just like what I said before, and allowing smaller investment. And also it enables global participation, simplifies cross-border transactions. Awesome. I think we have had enough of blockchain and like the tokenized real estate or real world assets. And now let's move into the next part of your webinar. This is exciting future of digital real estate tokenization and the Lovina Retreat Wellness Center. This is our second project, ongoing project. Lovina offers something rare in Bali, especially if you would imagine south of Bali. Lovina offers a space more surrounded by ocean, waterfalls, large greenery. It's the perfect location for those seeking healing, wellness, and connection to nature. And of course, crafting the project, we did our market research and customer segmentations. The global wellness tourism market is projected to reach 1.2 trillion by 2027, growing nearly 7% per year. We're tapping into that with Lovina, offering yoga platforms, spa retreats, and business wellness hybrid stays. Companies are investing in wellness retreats as well for the team building and their employees' mental well-being. So Lovina also positions itself as destination that caters to this growing demand, especially from nearby urban centers. And Lovina Retreat and Wellness Center essentially targeting, if I can put it together, founders, entrepreneur, coaches, consultants who are ready to shift from hustle to holding, high net worth individuals, experts or well-traveled nomads that also care about impact and society and the environment. So to describe it better, Lovina Retreat and Wellness Centers visitors don't just want peaceful villas or resort, but they want a place with purpose, retreat spaces for them, and creative sanctuaries, lifestyle return on their investment for sure, not just for their regular holiday, but yeah, again, with purpose, impact, and flow. The next thing that we would like to point out in Indonesia's middle class is also rising fast, with domestic tourism spend hitting $95 billion, and with 7 million tourists projected in 2024 and continue post-pandemic recovery. Lovina is positioned to benefit from both domestic and global visitors seeking mindful and wellness-led stays. I'm going to show you another video just to give you a better atmosphere, and I think video will tell you better than 1,000 words. Oops. All right, that's from our design planning. And so actually I would like to walk you through the current progress from second week of March. And actually I have a video. Yes, let me play this for you. Hang on. So how do you find it? Please let me know in the chat. What do you think of this? I also have a time schedule for some work stages. Right now it's March and we finished the retaining wall build. It is very, very important to have that because our location is in the hill and it will enforce and strengthen the foundation. And so soon, early April, we will start with the foundation structural work up to floor slab as well for the villa unit. And so this is very exciting. And you can see here some of the other work stages and how long it takes. And yeah. The location wise, from dolphin watching and diving to serene nature trails and mountain biking, Lovina is complete experience. And our Lovina Retreat and Wellness Center is just 1 kilometer, 1.5 kilometers from the beach here. And it's offering 360-degree sea views with both sunrise and sunset view. So the guests will be able to enjoy this view. And we will have a full gym facility, spa, retreat, and wellness spaces. Yeah, just to carry on from my last point, our Lovina project will include a retreat villa, infinity pool, spa, yoga deck, beauty clinic also there, and health shop, even a singing bowl therapy room. Every feature is designed to meet global wellness standards. Let's look at the numbers. Lovina Retreat has 8 solid revenue streams from room or villa bookings, retreat villa rental. So this is one master villa with 9 bedrooms, retreat courses, restaurant, spa and wellness treatments, gym, beauty clinic, shops. So all these income streams will ensure we're not just relying on one income source. There should be diversity and stability. And anticipated annual revenue between 2.5 million to 5.3 million based on these 8 key revenue streams. This is only the key revenue streams. So we have sauna, the white view, really nice ambience in the night. So, what is important for you, right? The revenue projections. So our low to high projections show annual revenue between 2.5 million dollar to 5.3, as I mentioned before. Even at the lower end, this is a highly profitable project because our net profit is estimated at up to from 70% up to 38%. It's a rare but great opportunity in today's real estate market. I think like if I think overall having a property and rent it and make it into business is still profitable in Bali generally. You can get like 10% or even 12% profit. But imagine if you can get this high, what we estimated. I think this is one of a kind opportunity for investors, and especially I will explain to you in the next slide. So the ownership is secure transparently via smart contracts, and so this graphic explains the portion of the ownership. So 20% to Bali Invest. The other 20% is for public. We have the smart contract one. It's completely sold out. And we have the 30% for strategic partner in wellness and health, fitness industry. And the other 20%, it's reservation for cooperation with our strategic partner. And the ones that is available, of course, the other 10% through our smart contract. But I believe it's already less than 10%. But this is available for investor public like yourself. And yeah, again, this is a blockchain power structure designed for trust and flexibility. If you can see here, the Etherscan, so it is a powerful like a tool, a blockchain explorer and analytics platform specifically designed for Ethereum network. And you can see here, this is our token contract address. And this is for our first smart contract and the one that's sold out. In here, when we talk about transparency, you can literally see how many shares that this one person has. And yeah, I mean, it's accessible, and this is something that you can check on your own. And I don't think any other real estate investment company would provide such a openness and transparency. And there might be some questions about because I mentioned about buying and sell. And what about if you would like to sell your shares or maybe some of your shares? And let's say if later when the project is completed and the business is up and running and the value it's even double and you would like to sell it, but you're not sure how to sell it, there's a marketplace for asset tokenizations. So basically you can sell it in this marketplace because you have a full authority. So this will be done on your end. And you have flexibility in terms of because it gives you so much liquidity. So let's say if you have 100 shares and you would like to sell 40 of them, it is also possible. So it really depends because again, you have authority when it comes to this. And what I present here, Hadron is one of the platform, and it is backed up by Tether. And Tether, I think I know the information also from Kevin and also like articles that there are like 800 million already like people using it. So it's like, yeah, like 10% of the world population. So imagine it's like in 2025, and then I think it will thrive significantly as yeah, time pass. And speaking of contract, our smart contract is also legalized and signed by the notary. And so like it's here, if I can zoom in, you can see like the honor hereby award to NFT holders number. So when you have your tokens, there will be a number. And this here clarify the smart contract address as well. And so yeah, it's also backed up by the system in the country, and it's legalized for sure. So you might be curious about, okay, how to invest and how much and where do I start? And so the investment opportunities starting at just 1,400 US dollar, so 1,400 US dollar per share, we have made this opportunity accessible to more investors. And the more shares you own, the greater your passive income will be, and additional perks or benefits like complimentary or free retreats and investor discount kicked in as you scale. So for example, let's say if you have 15 shares, so you will enjoy, of course, you will have passive income, but you can also have exclusive discount of 10% Lovina. And let's say if you have more than 125 shares, you can enjoy all of that apart from passive income. Exclusive discount and benefit also applies to your family, friends. You can also have one free retreat access valued at 5,000 US dollar. Has anyone here thought about having owning a villa on your own, not in a big project or a share investment? Then we can also, whether you want to invest in tokenized or explore full villa ownership or property ownership, we're here to make that dream a reality. So please feel free to contact us, and yeah, let's build the future of smart real investment together. Yeah, thank you for being here with me today. I know it's a lot of information, but it also means a lot of potential. I would say Bali is growing. Digital investment is exploding, and Lovina is calling. And so, yeah, now let's open the Q&A session, and please allow me to go over all your comments or questions. Please feel free also to give me feedback, especially this is my very first webinar. And yeah, let me see. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Jonas. Is it possible? Oh, by the way, perhaps if there's anything that is outside my expertise, well, I will then definitely be sure to redirect you to our team of experts. I believe they're here in the chat, but I will make sure that we don't leave you hanging there. Can you tell me what's your construction team? It's possible to use a credit like a real estate, or you have to invest in cash. From Riddler, is it possible to use a credit like for real estate, or you have to invest cash? So you mean like it's a installment? With our shares, this should be cash, but for some reason we also make it possible to make it as low as $1,400. But yeah, I think like if you're interested in getting to know more about the possibility to invest, you can contact us. In the description, there's a page that you can fill out, and you can schedule a call with one of our expert teams. I already have from Matrix. I already have one villa in Thailand. The question was really annoying. Yeah, I will really need to know like what real annoying means to you. Can you tell me about experience with your construction team? Well, our experience with our construction team has been running so smoothly for Lovina project. They work so professionally. They're very much detail-oriented people, and they very well organized, and they always when it comes to planning, drawing, budgeting, they're on top of their game, to be honest. I think not only myself, they surprise all of us at Bali Invest. I think also it depends at the end of the day, like it's such a long journey how you can match with the perfect partner or a team. But yeah, I think that's the experience that I can share with you of our construction team. And also, they're also making progress on time as well. Okay. In the US, I think some question has been answered, so I'm just following up here. Lovina sounds promising. I was just wondering, what do you expect for land prices in the North Bali to grow in the next years? For the land prices, it can vary, even though it's Lovina, still like in the same region. But like if it's only like, let's say the land price for our project, and then like 1 kilometers apart, it's already different. So if you would like to know about the land prices, I would suggest to directly contact us, and we can give you some kind of ranges. But Lovina is it's growing very, very fast because we got the land few years back, and now the land prices is even a lot higher. And so this is like a real example, not example, but like it's a real fact that the value appreciation is there. For Bernard, who runs the second market to sell tokens. I'm sorry. I think like the best way, I would definitely redirect you to one of our expert teams. And yeah, it would be great if you can fill out the form, and they will reach out to you for sure. In the US, we just reached recently. Yes, it is. To answer Kin, in the US, yeah, but like in Bali, it's pretty normal to get, like, for example, if you have villa and you get returned, you get the profit 10% year on year. I think it's achievable and doable. And again, like with Lovina, it seems very high. It goes back to your business. Like we have multiple income streams, on not only dependent on the booking or the property rental. So the ROI could fluctuate depending on the business and your offer, for sure. But yeah, it is achievable and normal. I will have to see if there's any other questions that I can answer. Anyone else? I will have another minute to open the Q&A session, and so I would encourage anyone, yeah, don't be shy and just ask anything. But anyway, if I can't answer it, I will redirect you to the right team. Thank you, Elias. And I'm glad to have you here in my first webinar. Or not questions, maybe feedback or any comments, or probably is there any topic for the next webinar that you would like us to tap into? Just yeah. Yeah, I think there's no more questions, or um I actually wanted to go back to the point where Maisa asked about say that Lovina sounds promising. It sounds promising um years back, but now it is promising, as you can see in our video that not far from us there's another project also being developed, and I think like with saturated sort of Bali, and also more tourists and visitors want to come to Bali just to enjoy the nature and really feels being in Bali, not to find anything like traffic or headache. Then definitely they would need to find alternatives, right? And in here, or when we present project, we're not talking about now, but also like in the next futures. And this should be something that in mind. Okay. I want to know why Manu want to have so many wearers in Lovina. Well, I don't know. Maybe we should call Manu, or should I call Manu now and have the answer? Yes, yes, yes. And so I don't think I have new questions coming in. And so I would say thank you very much for tuning in. And I'm so glad to have all of you, especially my first webinar. And I really hope to see you again next time. And yeah, it's now 19 past 11 p.m. in Bali. And so good evening for those who are in Bali. And yeah, maybe wherever you are, I would say good morning, good afternoon, enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, keep in touch. And if you have any question, please be sure to fill out the form that I think Kevin also has shared in the chat, the live chat. And so yeah, I hope to welcome you as our investor.